Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham here on the PS5. Tonight, it's round 2 of Season 4. We are heading to the Jeddah Corniche for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. How you doing, Dino? How you doing, Farah? Right, let's get ready for tonight's race. Everything we did last night has got us prepped and ready, so we can just jump straight into setting our targets. But before we do that, I want to take a quick look at the driver's stats. Oscar, as always, looking a bit of a beast. George lagging behind a little bit, but still pretty strong. His development rate has now dropped to low. So he's starting to wind down his gains a little bit. Mentality not quite as good. Let's take a quick look at how he's feeling. We sack him. He's very happy with his paired racer engine and paired race engineer ability. His development rates, contract negotiation performance in general are getting a boost, as you can see. So we want to go into the mentality hub for him. There we go. Perhaps we could do that just here. So where did he go? There we go. So he's unhappy that he missed practice. We obviously subbed him out for... Who did we sub him out for? Oh, for Kimi, of course. The driver is replacing him. We subbed him out for Kimi, and he's a bit grumpy about that. He's also a little unhappy that he no longer has any bonuses on his contract. Or, no, he does have a bonus, doesn't he? But he just doesn't have particularly... Yeah, 250k for winning the Grand Prix, and we're not going to let him win Grand Prix, so he's never going to achieve that. So yeah, I can see why he might be a bit grumpy about that. He's happy with the team performance in terms of quality results and team race results, only tracking this season, it would seem. Happy with other staff, unhappy with facilities. Well, you won't be with us much longer, George, so you won't have to worry about any of that. I was hoping that we could get rid of him before we started racing this year, but that hasn't worked out. So maybe after this Grand Prix, we can get rid of him. Kimi, now up to 87 overall. Very happy to have participated in practice. His mentoring is going well. He's very happy with the team results in Sakir. He's very happy with other staff, and he's happy with facilities. You see, George, you just have to be grateful for what you've got, because you don't know how long you've got. Don't you know what you got till it's gone, so to speak. He is potentially not even going to be on the grid once we move Kimi up. That would be quite curious to see what happens there. And stat-wise, look at Antonelli. Now he's got that full mentality boost. That is some very, very scary stats to see on a 20-year-old who has yet to have his first ever Grand Prix. So, yeah, that's awesome. Right, let's set our targets then. So, 6th for Oscar. No team activities to get in the way. We'll go 10th for George. And let's head to Jeddah.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The circuit at Jeddah, spread along streets that run next to the Red Sea, is one of Formula One's highest speed tracks. It's a test of skill from start to finish, with cars just millimetres from the walls. Last round was a dream weekend for race winner Oscar Piastri, the Australian showing his mettle against the best of the best. Stay with us then for what should be an exciting weekend.
Evening, Victor. Well, we are going to do it again. We're going to stick Kimmy in for George. We'll go soft tyres. It's normally, I think, 18 laps here. We're going to go long again. We're going to go with 30 laps of fuel. I have two basic setups that I always put on the car and then make adjustments from there. I think I've got that the right way around with the camera and the toe. Now questioning myself as to whether I've got that the wrong way around. We'll go with that and see what happens. Oscar, we are going to run soft tyres as well. On 30 laps of fuel. Right, I'm going the wrong way on this, aren't I? It'd be a 9-1 and an 8-2. That's why it looked a bit weird. I went the wrong way there. That should be an 8-2, not a 2-8. That's why I started questioning myself. All right. Prepped and ready. Send them out.
Sessions should be starting now.
Radio check.
Alright, am I missing messages? I think I am.
Radio check.
Radio good.
And radio's loud and clear.
Warm the tyres where you can.
Copy. We should do some work on the brakes.
Copy.
Alright, there we go. Do I celebrate Christmas? No, I don't. It's just me on my own. So, it's just a day. Antonelli is matching Piastri's pace.
How are the tyres?
Tyre temps are still low.
I can't wait to see him get in the car. Oh, bit of a slow lap there, Mike got held up.
Balance check. Copy that.
Car is perfect for Kimmy. How about Oscar? Ooh, a bit of work to do on Oscar.
Copy that, Oscar.
Surface temperatures currently looking quite low.
Yeah, I am looking forward to getting Kimi in the car. He's got this kind of pace, and he hasn't even raced yet. He's a world champion for sure. Might not happen this year, given that he's going to be starting with at least a 2-race deficit. So that's potentially 52 points, and he's going to be behind Oscar after today, before we even get started. But
We're happy to slide this tyre a little bit more, try and get it in the window.
that'll be damned impressive. Why is the car spec different? Oh, we're running the new underfloor on Oscar, aren't we? Yes, that's why. Ferrari have yet to see sense and replace their drivers. They've still got Mori and Petit. I do wonder if they will maybe switch out one of their drivers at the earliest opportunity, or if they will manage to somehow survive in the team for the entire season. I really hope for Ferrari's sake that that is not the case. All right, we need to make some changes. Okay, let's drop that down to a 10.5. Let's push that up to a 7.5. Let's just get with that, see what that happens in the next session. There we go. Lovely stuff. So a few rookies getting a run out. No, not Iwasa, not anymore. Victor Martin and Gabriele Mini, both running for Williams. Behrman running for Red Bull. Let's see, that's it. And then obviously Antonelli as well. Alright, George gets back in the car.
Okay, Oscar, so the track will go green now.
George is going to be a fair bit slower because he's running considerably more fuel. Evening, Adrian. Oh, we have
Just
a yellow
keep your eyes
flag.
peeled when
Please
you
don't
get
be
around
on the
turn
line.
3.
It's not.
Now look, here we head into turn 2. Barely any room to manoeuvre. Has to be said, that was pretty risky. And there'll be more than one
Was that
unhappy team
Iwasa?
after
Or was
that.
that Valtteri?
As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
It's Iwasa. Yeah. No, wait, that's Iwasa behind us. Where's Max? There we go. So that must be Valtteri then. That's a careless mistake for Valtteri. Maybe Father Time is creeping up on him.
Any feedback? I'm happy.
Understood.
We've made the car worse. By the look of it. We have. Ooh, okay. Did not expect that. I went the wrong way in the wing. Okay. 11.5 it is. Bring that down to a 7. There we go. Let's go with that. And out we go again. And I see George's driver prep is almost complete. There we go. He's fully prepped. Again, we're going to keep going. I want to learn those car parts. Evening, Cloud.
How's the balance?
And that's a much better setup there for Oscar.
Understood, Oscar.
So is that 6.5 on the wing? Maybe. Maybe a 7.5. It doesn't matter. We're going to leave them like that. Driver prep is done. And we'll send them out for a quick 10 lap burst in the next session. There we go. Well done. Oh, well, congrats on the decent quali at Silverstone. Here we go. Short little 10-lap run. Just to use up a set of mediums so we don't lose additional softs. Oh yeah, Alien. I've seen it, Rogue Incursion or something like that. I haven't seen the game running. I haven't looked into it too much because I know that I'm almost certainly never going to play it because it's PlayStation VR or PlayStation VR 2. As I should say, so it's not compatible with the original PlayStation VR, which I own, and I'm not spending hundreds of pounds on a VR headset for a second time when I barely use the one I've got right now. Much as I would love to play it, I doubt I ever will. I'm more excited for Alien Isolation 2 when that eventually comes out. It was announced that it is in production. It's in development. Just don't know much more beyond that. They announced that for the 10-year anniversary. It looks really good. But it did. It is a. It got relabeled as Part 1, which caused a bit of consternation. People thinking that they were only buying like an episode, you know, for a full price game. And they were wondering what was going on with Part 2. The developers came out and clarified that by adding Part 1, their intentions were to let everyone know that there will be a sequel and that it is currently in development, but yeah, it didn't come out the way they intended and it caused a bit of confusion. In what position did Max finish yesterday? 5th, I think, in the end. Or did he get 4th? I can't remember. I think it might have been 4th, actually. Have a look. Yeah, he got 4th. All right. Drivers are ready. Let's send them to quali.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Jeddah's high-speed street circuit is rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying, as drivers and walls often meet. Strategists will be looking for the perfect gap, but need to make sure drivers get their lap in.
Now there's a driver we've been talking about quite a bit. Karun, how will they be feeling today?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride.
I still don't understand two things about Porsche and Lawson. One, why they decided to give them a cap when the rest of the grid don't wear caps. And two, why they didn't code it so it matches the team colours. It just sticks out like a sore thumb. All right. That goes George. And out goes Oscar. With Gasly popping out in between us, and there is Verstappen popping out behind us.
Focus on the brakes a bit. Copy.
Max will get a very nice slipstream from us here. You wonder where Ferrari will finish today? No, here's a hint. Somewhere near the back.
Good gap in front.
So Oscar happy to open a lap.
Also rhymes with vast Dino, which will be the time delta. So it's a 126.2 for George. Gasly pushing for the line. Right behind is Oscar. This is a 125.9, and Max goes fourth.
Copy.
Not close enough to get the toe in the end.
Delta negative and close to zero.
And Petit is 2.6 seconds behind Oscar. And a full second behind Liam Lawson. And just based off of one lap, we look like we are going to be very quick here today. Norris pops up into P2. Ferraris are not bottom. Now they are. Just waiting on Albon. So one Ferrari will start off the back row. I think it is a bankruptcy issue because they've got no reserves. They've got no juniors. I think they had to sack everybody. We should dive into their staffing after this as well and have a look, see who's on their staff. Because that might at least indicate how quickly they can try and recover the car a little bit. But like I said, I don't know whether they're going to be able to recover their driver situation. As we move into Q2, Valtteri ended up in third place. Leclerc pipped us.
Wake up those rear brakes.
Okay.
The motion blur is egregiously bad on this track when we ride in dispute. Yeah, I threw that one in there just for you, Farah. Call it a Christmas present.
Drive straight out, the track will be clear.
Let's go.
You got a good gap ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I think Ferrari breached the cost cap, Dino, quite substantially, with a lot of penalties. They did have to spend a lot on extra engine parts, and I think the fact that we went down to just 3 engines, 2 ERS in particular, and 4 gearboxes last season caught a few teams out. Them having to pay through the nose for replacement parts after crashes. And that's put them in the financial problem that they're in. If they can get the car developed, they will slowly move up the order, even with poor drivers. And they're only there for 1 season, it would seem. A little bit of delay there for Oscar, coming out of the second sector. Thank you for that, Iwasa. So it's a 126.5 for Oscar. Will George be
Look
quicker?
after the fuel on the way in.
Yes, he will.
Okay.
125.8. That 126.5 might not be good enough for Oscar in the end.
Yeah, copy.
Send him out again. And he improves a little bit, but he's still in the danger zone. So we are going to have to run in with new tyres.
Oscar, recharge on and call the
Bit of
car.
a shame.
Copy. Oscar pit lane.
Okay, so remember pit lane speed limiter.
Stop in front of our garage.
This will compromise us a little bit in Q3, given that these tyres will already have a lap on them. And Ocon is sneaking out behind us. So we'll probably push Oscar a little bit early, just to make
We
sure
want
he's
to
not
generate some
going to
temperature
give
without that.
Ocon that slipstream.
Copy.
Actually, it might not be close enough anyway. Got traffic coming through, that might close us up. Ocon's not close enough. Not quite. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to push Oscar now. Stretch that gap out a bit more. Wow, Stoffel is in the top 10. He must have got a toe somewhere. Norris is in trouble. He's on a flying lap right now. He has improved. Bottas currently on a absolute storming lap. He tucked up behind someone else across the line. And he goes up to P4. Actually lost a bit of time in the final sector. Got a little bit too close to the car in front. Oscar's gone purple. Ocon has not improved through the first sector. Up to the line for Lando. And he's only just safe. We're about to knock him out. We go top, and Norris is eliminated. If Ferrari stay bad, would I consider going there next season? Absolutely, I would. First thing I would do is sign Kimi Antonelli. Young, very fast Italian driver. For an Italian team. Probably partner up with someone like Gabriele Mini, maybe. Or maybe even see if I could lure Porsche away from McLaren. All right. Into the final session.
Okay, that's green light.
That Shah behind me. Or is it Ocon? It's Ocon. I need to do an experiment because I heard rumours months ago that if you leave your team, then they just appear without sponsors the following season. Now, I get the feeling that might be because people just use the default sponsor positionings, and without a sponsor agreement, then that would explain why those are blank. But I'm wondering if I custom pick set sponsors and place them in positions on the car, whether or not they would actually stay there. So what I'll probably do is, if we do leave, is I'll rebrand this team as Cadillac at the end of the year, so that we have Cadillac GM on the grid as the 11th team. Now that we can rebrand teams.
It's all clear ahead. Good to go. Good gap in front. Let's go.
There's one Sauber out of the way. We're not going purple. I wonder if someone's getting a slipstream somewhere. Both drivers coming across a Sauber right now. I think Russell got through without being compromised there. Oscar did. And we go P2 behind Charles Leclerc with George.
P2.
And Oscar go any better in the final sector. Is Ocon close enough to have picked up a slipstream from us? Oscar goes P2. Ocon P4 was not close enough.
That looks like a nice lap, Oscar. If you could keep your pace up on the in lap.
Copy.
I had wanted Oscar behind George, but with that Alpine coming into the pits, that kind of scuppered those plans. As both drivers sat there waiting for a free opening, and Oscar jumped out first. Oscar's tyres are worse. They've done an extra run compared to George, which is why I wanted to give Oscar the slipstream. And maybe George can hold on to pole. If I've timed this right, which I think I have, we're going to get a completely clean track. No other cars to worry about.
This could be difficult with traffic at the end of the lap.
Damn it,
So
Ocon's
Oscar happy
popping
to
out.
open a lap.
And now so is Yuki
So no one ahead.
and Joe. This is not going to be good. That could have gone a lot worse. It's not ideal, but it could have been a lot worse. No improvement for George. Oscar has found a little bit in the first sector. No improvement for either in the middle. Going to need a mighty final sector. We're going to see a big improvement here, or any improvement for that matter. Looks like Charles may steal pole from us. Yeah, slight improvement.
So Oscar, we are
I think like 6,000, 8,000 of a second there for Oscar.
Okay, so
no
good
improvement
lap.
at all for George.
I could recharge on and box this lap.
Yeah, 8,000 of a second he found. So Leclerc has temporary pole position, provisional pole. Ocon can't improve. Both Salvas are up there, look at that. 5th and 6th, they lock out the third row. Then it's Sonoda from Porsche, Sainz and Zhou rounding out the top 10. Does anybody have any penalties? No penalties. It was pretty clean, that first race.
The drivers are getting ready here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights.
Jeddah street circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021.
The Jeddah street circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
Okay, strategy time. Gonna go with mediums to softs. Let's see if we get an early safety car. Let's take 2 laps of fuel out the car. And let's send them to the grid for the start of the Jeddah Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
A second place start for them today. They'll be aiming for a podium, but could they even sneak the win?
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
So we're starting second and
away we
third.
go.
Both Red Bulls have gone with soft tyres. It's a poor start for George. No, sorry, for Oscar. George has got through into second. Oscar dropping to third. Valtteri briefly got in front of Ocon, but Ocon. Sainz dropping down the order a little bit. It's down to 10th. Max all the way down in 19th. What happened to Max? Did he start from the pit lane? Or did he just re-qualify really badly? He started 18th. Wow. I didn't even realise that. Okay, it's going to be a painful afternoon for Max then. He's going to have some work to do.
DRS enabled.
Fastest lap for Charles.
P3, your P3. Next car is
No real surprise there. So this is the lap he may well try and break away from us.
Car behind is now Ocon. 0.4.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
And we don't want to lose too much time.
Evening, Wayne. As Ocon puts the moves to Oscar. Valtteri having a look as well.
Left to play for.
Oh, 3 wide through there. That's scary. We actually come out on top, and Bottas gets by Ocon as well.
An overtake is available. Copy.
Send George on through again. I misread that there, Farah. I thought you said hopefully the cat bought him something. Oh, we have a safety car already. It's the Ferraris. Oh, they're taking each other out. I told you this might happen. Oh, man. We can sort out our fuel issues.
Suggest increased LICO.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Oof. Just noticed that the Tech Pro barriers do actually have the Tech Pro branding on them. I am curious here. I'm going to go for this. It's maybe an unnecessary thing to do, but I want to try and get an extra pit stop in for the pit stop competition. And I'm pretty sure we'll have the pace to punch our way back through, especially seeing we're going back onto softs again for the rest of the race. May come back to bite me later, but we'll see.
So Oscar, you're boxed this lap.
Copy, box.
Okay, there's a car in the barriers. I believe.
Oh, Leclerc's boxing as well. I did wonder if the AI would also box and go onto like hard tyres. 2.1, good stop. Another 2.1, excellent. We managed to avoid some of the carnage in the pit lane as well. We will come out in the same order we went in.
So that's currently P9.
It's hard tyres for Charles Leclerc.
So car behind now is Gasly.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Wow, the whole field has stopped.
Let's introduce a bit more management.
And some of these guys, I don't know why they've stopped. The only ones who didn't stop were the 6 who are currently at the front of the grid. Iwasa, Porsche, Sainz, Stroll, Van Dorn, Sargent. Very odd decision.
Stay off the curbs.
Coming.
Oh wow, safety car's coming in already. That was very quick.
Lap. Just
Thought we'd
focus
get
on
maybe
getting
an
these
extra
cars
lap behind it.
where you need them for this restart.
Copy. Overtake.
So here we go then with the restart. Iwasa will lead us away from Teo, then Sainz, then Stroll, Van Dorn, Sargent, Leclerc in 7th. Then it's Oscar from George. Joe has benefited, he's up to 10th. Valtteri has really suffered as a result, he's dropped all the way down to 17th. Ocon's not gained much either, having to go all the way down into 12th place. Max still at the bottom of the grid. And we have a run on the back of Leclerc briefly. Porsche looking to sprint away. Already dropped Iwasa. DRS will reactivate next lap. Him and Tony. And that's a move from Joe. Feeling frisky in this opening lap of the restart.
Keep your head down.
And Lawson's having a look at the back of George as well now.
DRS enabled.
Evening, Marcus. Charles struggling to keep up at the moment on those hard tyres.
Yeah.
Through goes Oscar. Charles might have got the DRS on us there. He did.
Use overtake.
Goes back through. I'm going to push away a little bit now. We're at Jeddah.
Copy.
Round 2 of season 4. Let's get our place back here.
Happy with temps.
Copy.
As Oscar gets past Logan Sargent. I did my first 2 deliveries last night, Wayne. I meant to ask you, All Farah, a couple of times I've loaded up the game and it's done this weird thing where the screen's gone black and then flick back and then flick black again and then the screen seems to just like zoom out and zoom back in again and judder, and it's frustrating, and I don't know what's causing it.
DRS. Sweet.
Nice, that's good, nice. We are P5 currently, P5.
Lovely stuff.
Good step there. P4.
Car ahead is Sainz now, let's go.
Oh, God, we nearly lost our front wing there. That was rough from Leclerc.
Charge the pack. Roger.
Oscar, meanwhile.
Overtake available. Copy.
Oh, we did
Nice
briefly
job.
get through.
You just got Sergeant ahead. Up ahead 1.3.
And this time we get the move done, and we should be away now.
Pack is low.
He has
There we
DRS.
go.
Recharge on.
Not yet, Tony. Contract issues. We've got to wait, unfortunately. It's just a couple of times I've loaded the game up, and it's almost like it's trying to minimise and then and come back again. Like if you're switching tabs, the screen goes black, and then it flicks back briefly to the game before going black again, and then the screen kind of pushes into the TV and then flicks back out again. But you know, it makes it really difficult to drive when you can't see where you're going. And I thought maybe I just had a bad save, so I deleted my save the first time that happened. But it's happened like 3 separate occasions now. Second time it happened, I just closed the game, and then when I loaded it up the next day, it was fine. But it happened to me again last night, and I'm wondering what's causing it. I'll see if I can record a clip next time it starts happening, and then send it to you. Through my, off my phone or something.
Okay. Nice one. Good job. Up ahead 2.4.
No harm done.
Here's the replay. Here we've got the Aston Martin.
Have I got the game set to window?
It's
No,
certainly
it's full
inviting.
screen.
And the Aston Martin moves past.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Russell is slowly gaining on Iwasa. He's also pulling away from Sargent and Ocon. And Norris has moved ahead of Ocon briefly. Claire's dropped all the way down to 12th, but he is on those hard tyres. I do wonder if they're going to try and go to the end on those hards. I mean, I think they're going to have to stop again, but I would imagine they'll go for a set of softs near the end and be very quick, which is why I'm not pushing my softs
0.7.
so that I don't give up too much tyre pace later in the race.
Pack is high.
And look at the state of Stroll's tyres. Let's not forget that we're in, and Iwasa's, we're in amongst the drivers that haven't stopped yet. The ones that didn't stop during the safety car. Russell's now pretty much caught Iwasa. If he's lucky, he might get the DRS here. Ocon's through on Sargent and closing up quickly.
Up ahead, 1.0. Ocon car behind. Gap 1.4.
And we get past Porsche.
Recharge on.
And just around the outside of Iwasa like he wasn't even there.
George recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
And Iwasa's into the pit, so we timed that absolutely perfectly to get that confidence boost for George and a little bit of battery as well. It's not a good stop. I don't know if it's because I'm trying to run it through a TV instead of a monitor or not, but I mean the TV's a good, damn good TV, so it shouldn't be that. Ocon has got past, so we'll go back into harvest mode, get that battery fully topped up now.
And Oscar, that pack is good.
And I'm going to push
Recharge on.
Piastri's battery in a moment. Just going to wait till the end of the lap. There we go.
Overtake.
As Porsche tries to dive bomb us up the inside, and does so.
Good job.
Coming. Yeah.
Push and hold, overtake.
Yep, fine.
And now Ocon having a look and getting through on Norris. No, I'm sorry, on Porsche. Porsche managing to shut the door though.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
Now we're going to start pushing forward. Sainz has opened up a big gap now. Stroll's tyres are dead. So expect Stroll to dive into the pits. There he goes, and so does Van Dorn.
Good job.
Okay, that's Sainz ahead.
Gap 4.5.
Focus on recharge.
But yeah, I got my first 2 deliveries done last night. Got my World of Trucks profile created and hooked up. I will probably stream a little bit of ETS on Twitch tomorrow, just if anyone's bored and wants to stop in, but it won't be a scheduled stream. Just I'll be making Christmas deliveries. There goes George.
Keep your head down. We've got the clerk behind.
13 to go. I made
now
2.
it's 4 seconds. Hey, don't run me off the road. Yeah, copy. We saw that. Yeah, we saw that. Norris behind.
Our softs are in better shape than Ocon's hards. He's definitely stopping again then. Same for Leclerc.
Recharge on. Deep breath. You're going to be okay.
Ocon is behind.
Recharge on is good.
Good job, Oscar. That is P2.
Car ahead is Sainz now. Let's go get him.
Who fastest lap? 4. Yumu Iwasa.
Have overtake available.
Let's get ourselves past Porsche because he's starting to struggle a little bit pace-wise now. Oh, straight past, that was easy.
Nice job. So you are currently P4. Ocon ahead.
Recharge on. We think there's still opportunities here.
Sainz comes in. It's a decent stop. Let's see, how are we looking so far? 5th and 9th with our 2.1s.
Nice.
Nice work, Oscar.
And Sainz will feed out right behind Gasly. And that's a big gaggle of cars there. And immediately looks to go past on those fresh softs. That's early for a set of softs. But of course, Sainz didn't stop at the beginning. So Sainz on a 2-stop. He'll be probably going a set. What time? He was on softs, wasn't he? I think. No, he's on medium, so he'll be going soft again at the end.
Recharge on.
And we've got a nice little bit of buffer built up now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Plenty to play for.
Charge the pack. Sweet.
Good job. P1.
I'm going to up my tyre pace in a moment. Just like to get a little bit more battery into Oscar first.
We can have recharge on now.
George recommend we start bringing the battery pack up. Yeah, he did get DRS. Yeah, he felt nice, saw that.
There are opportunities ahead.
The clerk behind. Gap behind 2.8.
Use overtake.
Let's give it everything now.
And there's the 1 second that we needed already.
Oh, it looks like a pit stop issue. Now talk us through this one, Karun.
So the Haas pit crew are all ready?
On the front left,
That
front
tyre
right.
isn't tightened enough, though.
Oh, it's really a bad stop. Finally gets underway. And that'll be a 2-stop for Perez as well.
Use the tyre.
Flat out.
Ocon's trying to get back in that 1 second window. I think I just about kept him out of it there at the end. Now George goes on the offensive. Can we block him in? Not quite. He nearly tries to block us out. And we end up stuck.
Copy.
Meanwhile, we've built up a 3-second gap now.
So Oscar, we can look after this time.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Just show me what you've got then.
Copy.
And there goes Porsche into the pits. So he's on mediums. He could go on softs. He'll go to mediums, and he could probably go to the end. That's a decent stop for McLaren there.
Copy.
Just focus now on the management.
Yep.
So currently P3. So car ahead now is Ocon. Gap 0.4. Leclerc behind. Gap 2.9. Do we need to keep the lifted coast up a bit more now?
Copy.
More lift and coast.
Overtake available.
Copy.
And let's see if we can do the same now with
So
George.
happy push now.
We punch on through.
That was a nice move.
Can we break away in the opening sector?
Nice, nice job. Next go, Piastri.
New fastest lap for Lance Stroll. He was yet to do a Stroll thing,
Pushing level.
but there's still plenty of time left. Tsunoda and Albon are in for their second stops.
Feedback on your tyres.
Max and Perez have already made their second stops.
Bit of vibration on the front axle.
And they will need to go again. Well, Tsunoda can go to the end, but Albon will need to stop again, I think.
We don't need to take any risks.
Copy.
Understood.
They are the
And that's
fastest
the
now.
new fastest lap for George now, 131.9.
Copy.
And that's very close to what Stroll just did.
Copy.
Valtteri comes into the pits. And a big lockup for Yumu Iwasa.
Now we can see what happened. Now this was the Sauber. Things look fine here. Very heavy on the brakes. What caused that, I wonder?
They actually got away with that. Decent stop for Valtteri. Didn't look too special. Hard tyres. That'll take him to the end.
Gap 0.8, he has DRS.
Looking nice and good for us right now. Two-and-a-half second gap to Ocon. Leclerc further 5-ish seconds back. Sainz up into 5th. The Sainz is doing quite well, but Sainz also needs to stop again. In fact, everybody apart from Porsche, Valtteri, Tsunoda needs to stop again. New fastest lap for Albon, a 1:30.5. That's quick. 1.4 seconds quicker than the previous fastest lap.
Completely ran me into the grass.
What grass? It's the middle of a desert. Nothing but sand and concrete.
Recharge on.
Oh wait, he's Australian. He's used to living in. He's used to living in different conditions. Maybe that's what passes for grass. Out there in the outback.
We are ready for you.
Wasser and Lawson are both in for their next stops. Save a little bit more fuel. We're almost done. Don't want to be aggressive when we come out the pits. Set a blisteringly quick fastest lap attempt. And then hopefully just naturally recover the rest of that fuel again as the race progresses.
Charge the pack.
And we are switching positions very effectively here, getting our batteries recharged while we're fuel saving and still opening up a gap over Ocon and Leclerc. And Leclerc is into the pits.
Pack is high.
Medium tyres to take him to the end of the race. Where will he feed out? just ahead of Valtteri. Really, really close there.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Suggest reduce a bit lift and coast.
Now we've now got a 4-second gap to Ocon. Things looking pretty comfortable for us right now.
He has DRS.
Ocon stays out for another lap. He's not far away from stopping again.
Everybody recharge on.
We're going to stretch our stint an extra couple of laps. Oh, unless this brings out a VSC.
Yellows.
Right
Lock
then,
up for
we can
Yuki.
take a look now. Here we are then, reaching turn 13. And the car just locks. But that's just the risk you take. The
We
later
get
you
out the
leave
barrier.
it.
Okay, recharge on is good. Focus on recharge.
Pack is high.
Focus on recharge.
George recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
We'll go one more lap with George, 2 more laps with Oscar.
So next car will be Piastri.
I think. Actually, no, let's play it safe. Let's box George
Keep
this
your head
lap.
So box.
Copy, box.
So let's start closing up that gap.
And recharge should be on.
And the gap to Ocon now up to 6 seconds, and he may well stop this lap as well.
Recharge off.
That's better. 2.0. Sainz coming in again. Norris also coming in. Decent stop for Sainz. Russell's time 3rd fastest overall. Oh, that was blisteringly quick.
So currently P5. So ahead of you, you've got Stroll. Gap ahead 4.6.
Yeah, that was the quickest stop of the race for Norris there. That was very, very quick. George up to P4. Hopefully Oscar's next stop will be pretty quick as well.
Did get DRS.
Oh, we've got Valtteri right behind us. I hadn't even realised that.
Overtake is available.
And there's Leclerc joining the party. All right, show me what you can do, George.
Gap 0.7.
We must box this lap.
Copy box.
Not a great place to get held up here.
We're happy with the temps. Call the PU where you can, please.
Right, it's not happening this lap.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Oh, Porsche's in the wall.
Copy.
Oh, that's worked out beautifully for Oscar. It's a full safety car.
Safety car.
Look at the McLaren driver here. Just flies into that crash. And that's one surefire way to put
Oh,
a
that might be a
damper on
red
your
flag.
weekend.
That might be a red flag. No, I think there's enough space there for cars to go through without getting held up.
There's a car hit the barriers.
Drivers are okay, but there's a lot of debris on the circuit. Go
Yeah,
very slow,
we'll be fine.
take care.
All right, stop for Oscar.
Watch for debris.
.2. Ocon's coming in as well.
P1.
That's a good stop.
Behind you is Ocon. 20 laps to go, 20 laps.
Stroll and Max. Oh, this has worked out well for Max. And we are first and second.
That's currently P1.
Gap 4.5.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, copy.
So Max is up to P12. Could
No
get
curves.
points now.
Copy.
Valtteri's in third. What chance he could hang on? Probably not much. Not only has he got Leclerc right behind him on fresher, faster mediums, but Ocon's right behind him on brand new mediums. I think Valtteri's going to drop off the podium quite quickly. And then it becomes a question of who else can get him. I think Sainz will get him. Maybe Stroll. Yeah, it could be a rough opening few laps for Valtteri. Or there could be a period in this stint where it becomes quite rough for him. You see, everyone who needed to stop again has done so. So theoretically, that's everyone to the end now. So let's take a look where we are in the pit stops. 5th and 7th. That's not bad. It's not perfect, but I mean, that's still 16 points for us. So given that we got 1st and 2nd last year, the last race, that will be pretty healthy for us in the points tally. Only one McLaren in the top 10. Both Red Bulls are there, though. That's going to give them a huge ton of points. Only one Mercedes, in the top 10. Both Astons, but not scoring a lot of points. Will outscore RB. Yeah, the only team that's going to outscore us if no one else stops is Red Bull. We are now very well positioned to win this Grand Prix. Once we survive the opening few laps of the restart. Wonder how many laps we'll have behind this safety car. The more the better for us. Because it'll really help us just stretch out these softs to a point where we can just be very aggressive with them where we need to. Oscar's in excellent position to sprint off into the distance. I might play a slight blocking role with George. But I might just let the two of them, it might be better to just let the two of them scamper off and then keep switching positions to keep the lead healthy. Because the cars behind will be doing that to try and catch up. We're going to have so much spare fuel now. We're going to be on full engine mode for the rest of the race. There we go. That's it.
Safety car ending this lap. For the restart, we suggest use an overtake at part throttle.
Cover. Go, Kate. Push it. Copy.
Overtake available.
Yep.
Just get through these opening few laps, and then we'll use the batteries to bolt.
Copy.
If we could just drop that a bit.
Yeah, agree.
Safety car pit lane. No overtaking.
Good restart. We've left Valtteri behind already a little bit. Hooks back into the slipstream. Closes back up on the braking. I did think about braking away straight away here, given that Valtteri is running those hard tyres and they're a bit worn. But there's no DRS. So I will do that at the end of the lap. We'll just go full beans. And then we should break away from Valtteri before DRS kicks in proper. Valtteri's actually looking pretty aggressive. And the fact that his tyres are probably the worst on the grid right now does make me wonder if he might consider stopping again. We'll see how aggressive he is with his tyres in the next 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, copy. There's only so much I can do.
Keep your head down.
Push now.
Copy.
Okay, so let's just get head down now.
Right, so Valtteri's having a look, but we will power away from him here, and we're off. Now we need to break him as quickly as we can.
Yep.
George dives around the outside through turn 2. There's our 1 second. Oscar's confidence has drifted all the way back down to default.
No hard done.
That will improve as he gets some personal best sectors in, and when he re-overtakes George. Gap's now 2 seconds. Leclerc will find his way through pretty quickly. Ocon and Sainz are squabbling. Now Stroll's in the mix as well. Valtteri's doing an excellent job frustrating Leclerc at the moment, but there he goes, maybe? No. Bottas shuts him down. Fastest lap for George. It is a 1:29.0. Which he stole immediately from Oscar. But that is 1.5 seconds quicker than the previous fastest lap. And this lap should be even quicker, assuming we don't run out of battery. We've got the gap up to 3.5 seconds. Valtteri doing a superb job for us here, holding up the Red Bulls. Yeah, you hold one back. It was obvious the other one was going to get him, and they both get him finally. But we've opened up a 4.8 second lead. That's going to start to reduce very quickly. We're out of battery, as expected.
So as much tyre calling as you can manage, please.
Copy.
And we'll be cooling the tyres.
Copy.
Now we can leave our boys to it
Completely ran me into the grass.
and hope that they've got enough pace to stay clear of Ocon and Leclerc. There they are. Stroll's got through on Valtteri as well, so that has really hurt him, that one lap. Sainz is all over the back of him. Bottas struggling to stay with Stroll. And whoa, the gap down to 2.7 seconds already. Ocon is absolutely flying right now, trying to close the gap back to us. We have to cool the tyres.
High temperature management looking very good.
Because we just took a big bite out of them. Ocon has left Charles behind. His tyres are in much better shape than his teammates. Not been the greatest start to his Red Bull career so far for Charles Leclerc. He has been beaten by Ocon at Bahrain, and he's going to get beaten by him here today unless something happens dramatic.
We saw that.
I
Starting
can't
to see
see
signs of overheating.
him having enough pace on those tyres to close back up, and Ocon's already on us again.
Next car is Russell. 0.8.
And sets a new fastest lap.
Lose too much time.
128.5. Yeah, he absolutely hammered
Let's go flat
that
out.
car there. So we're going to have to save up our batteries and go again.
George recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
And this time we're going to have to break away from Ocon on his own.
Overtake is available.
Overtake available.
Stroll has left Leclerc behind as well. Valtteri down to 7th. Max now up into 8th place. So Max is making moves in this final stint. Back into the points. Well, I say back into the points. Into the points, really, competitively for the first time this Grand Prix. Looking to build on that fantastic 4th place he got last night in here.
0.4. Still plenty of opportunities.
Ocon has snuck through, and Stroll is with us now. We have a 4-car train at the front.
There's still opportunities here.
Stroll is now the car behind.
This is very much not Stroll things. Ocon's giving it the beans look. He's determined to improve on that 3rd place podium finish.
We're going to be okay. Oscar, tyre update when you can.
Feel okay so far. Yeah, recharge on is good.
Stroll's going to punch through to 3rd.
Okay, Stroll has DRS just.
Didn't give me anywhere to go.
We saw that.
Third car behind Leclerc. Gap behind 2.8. So Stroll.
Looks like we went too early.
Gap 1.4 ahead.
We think there's still opportunities here. Recharge button on.
George is struggling to keep up.
Plenty to play for.
And Charles Leclerc's jumped him. What's happened to George's pace? All of a sudden it's just disappeared.
Sainz, car behind. So gap behind 3.7.
Use the overtake button.
Coming.
So Leclerc car ahead. Gap 0.6.
Okay.
We're not really closing in on Ocon at the moment. Stroll is keeping us busy.
Recharge on.
Nice one.
So let's keep this up. Currently P4. So ahead of you you've got Stroll. Gap ahead 1.6.
Recharge on.
Now this race not going as planned.
Well done, good job. Car ahead is Ocon. 2.5.
Recharge on.
Gap 0.5. Keep your head down.
Okay, recharge on.
No, half done. Okay, Leclerc is the car behind.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
Overtake available.
Okay, let's see if we can get past.
Well, we get squeezed there.
Okay, recharge on is good.
Copy.
And we need to get past Stroll ASAP now because Ocon is scampering away from us.
Sweet.
Good job.
P2.
Okay, buddy. Let's see what we've got.
George gets hit
Pushing
with
on the
a
overtake.
dodgy move from Stroll, and that cost him some momentum there. And Stroll once again squeezes us. This is annoying.
PU calling Oscar.
Yeah.
Next go, Piastri. Gap point 2.
Four and a half seconds behind now.
Good job.
Oscar, we are P2.
We're not going to get the fastest lap back. That's gone. It's too late now. Just haven't got enough tyres, more battery left.
Copy.
Happy to use the tyre more now. Charge the pack.
Recharge on.
Make sure we get the pack back.
Now we need to set about the task of hunting down Esteban. He's been able to look after his tyres while we've been
Stroll
trying to
stable at 2 seconds.
catch him and overheating our own.
Copy.
And if you could
Back
just
in the
cool
zone
tyres
now.
as much as you can.
Got a little bit of a gap to the cars behind. Go about doing our thing.
Recharge on.
There we go. Now we've got the leapfrogs going.
5 to go, including this lap.
Max still P8. Valtteri has dropped to P9. He's got Gasly all over him.
Fuel is okay.
Need to push.
Leclerc gets through. We've opened up a 4.5 second gap, and I don't think Leclerc's going to have the tyres to come after us now, nor is Stroll for that matter. Now that we're free and clear, hopefully, we can concentrate on the task ahead. And the gap is coming down.
Yeah.
How's the tyre doing?
Front left struggling a bit. Use overtake.
4 laps to go.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery.
Copy.
Okay, maximum pace.
Yep, fine. Copy.
2 seconds the gap. Yeah, this hasn't been as comfortable as I would have liked it to be, but we've definitely got good pace this year, and you can see that we are reeling him in. I just don't know if we're going to be able to break away from him at the end or not.
We don't want to lose too much time. Copy.
Three laps to go across the line.
Head point 2.
Gasly gets in front of Verstappen. Valtteri's dropped all the way to 12th. Again, just running out of tyres at the worst possible time.
So happy to drop a little bit of management. So we're really happy with what you're doing on tyre management. Ocon ahead. Gap ahead 1.2. So we need to introduce more lift and coast.
Lift off end of straight.
Yeah.
And overtake is available.
There's still opportunities here.
We'll have overtake available.
Use overtake.
Copy.
2 remaining.
Double best. Okay, keep looking after the tyre. Yeah.
Your recharge on is good.
Copy.
Leclerc up to 4th, ahead of Stroll. Just
Copy.
8 seconds behind us.
Gap ahead 0.7. Overtake will be available. Tyres are just coming to the window. Just stay close to him.
okay to close the gap.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Completely ran me into the grass.
Yeah, we saw that.
This is the last lap. This is the last lap.
So Oscar gets into the lead. Can he now sprint quickly enough?
Lovely stuff.
Okay, well done, Oscar.
Away you can, George. We'll call the PU.
Yeah, copy.
So car ahead now is Ocon. Gap 0.4. Keep your head down.
Yeah, copy.
Got the all-important move.
And if we could just do a little bit more lift and coast. Nice work. Gap 1.6.
And we do take the fastest lap on the final tour, 128.4.
Winners.
Just
That's pretty cool.
by less than a tenth of a second from Ocon at the end there.
And
Whew.
then turn the car fully on.
And the winner today, it's Oscar Piastri.
Maximum points once again.
Just the perfect end to what has been a thrilling race.
Okay,
And we
we've
bring
taken the
George
flag.
home in P2.
So that's P2.
Nice work.
So that'll be 36 points so far for George Russell. And I wonder if he'll actually finish higher than anybody at the end of the year if this is his last Grand Prix. He may yet get to drive at Melbourne as well. I don't know. I'll have to see on the contract situation.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. With such a strong performance from Piastri, there's no denying that he's earned that place on the podium today.
It gets even better for the team, with both drivers scoring a podium finish this weekend.
And finally now, the drivers can relax after an eventful weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
OK then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
All right then, confirmation of the final result. Oscar with the win, ahead of George Russell. Then it's Ocon in third place. Lance Stroll up 9 places to take fourth. Leclerc having to settle for fifth in the end. Sainz gets sixth, seventh for Lando Norris. Stoffel all the way up in 8th place. 9th for Max. He did get just back in front of Gasly at the end there, who finished in 10th. Valtteri, unfortunately, missing out on points once again. But that Sauber's definitely got some promise in these early races of the season. If they can keep their improvements going, they will be regular point scorers this year. Albon up 9 places for 12th. So a good recovery race for Aston, helped by the safety cars to give them a chance to move up the order. There's Sargent in P13. Sonoda down 7 places in the end to finishing 14th. Ricardo 15th. 16th for Zhou. 17th for Checo. 18th for Iwasa. Bad race in the end for him. Down those 12 places from where he started. 19th place for Liam Lawson. And then the retirements of Teo Pourchaire, who put it in the barrier, bringing out the second safety car. And the 2 Ferraris, who crashed on lap 2 to bring out the first safety car. In the driver's standings, it is maximum points once again for Oscar. 2 wins from 2 fastest laps, just the 1 pole position though. Who took the other one? Leclerc took the other one. So he sits top on 56 points, 52 points, 36 points for George in second, 6 ahead of Esteban Ocon in third. Leclerc moving ahead of Verstappen into 4th place now with 20 points. Max is 2 points there, keep him just ahead of Lando Norris on position countback. Then Stroll jumps up 7 places into 7th place, ahead of Sainz, who also moved up 1. Pourchaire down 2, no points for him today. Same for Sonoda. Stoffel up 4 places now into 11th. Then Zhou is in 12th. 13th for Gasly, getting off the mark. Valtteri down to 14th place, first of the non-scorers. 15th for Iwasa. 16th for Albon, 17th for Ricardo, 18th for Sargent, 19th for Lawson, 20th for Checo. It's Masao Mori in 21st and Sylvain Petit in 22nd. In the constructor standings, another maximum points for us sees us on 88. We now have a 38-point lead over Red Bull, who scored 25 again today. McLaren have an extra 6 points, so they're up to third on 20 points. RB jumping over Williams by a point into 4th with 16 points, Williams with 15. Mercedes whole position in 6th with 10 points. Aston up 2 places now into 7th with 4. Then Alpine dropping 1 into 8th with just 1 point. 9th for Sauber, 10th for Haas, and 11th for Ferrari. In the fastest pit stops, we did get 5th and 7th. That's worth an extra 16 points for us. As I say, the only team that outscored us today was Red Bull. So, looking at the standings, we stay top on 59 points. Red Bull closing the gap to 12 now. They're on 47 in second as they move ahead of Mercedes on 31 points. McLaren up 2 places with 27. RB in 5th, up 3 places with 12. Jumping Haas and Ferrari and Alpine. Aston Martin also jumping up 4 places into 7th now with 9 points. Ferrari, no points for them today. They didn't make it to the first pit stop. They didn't make it to the end of the second lap. Then it's Alpine in 9th, Williams 10th, and Sauber in 11th. There you see our stops. 2.1 on the first stops, a 2.2 for Oscar's second stop, and a 2.0 for George. So very consistent in the low speed, or the low times there for our pit crew. Just need to consistently get them both in the 2.0s now. Both drivers earn the payout for us as well. No contract bonus for George because he didn't win the race because we didn't let him. So another 1.95 mil added to the bank. Can we now get rid of George or Antonelli? Let's have a look. No, we can't. Still too recent on his new contract. Okay. Into the inbox then. Our cars came through unscathed aerodynamically. That's good. Let's get another part into development. So we've got what are we working on right now? Working on side pods, building those underfloors to go with the suspensions and rear wings. So let's get a front wing going. Let's drop. Gee, our front wing's still really good, isn't it? Yeah, still the best front wing on the grid. So we can hold off on that for a while. So chassis, we couldn't afford to do an intense front wing anyway. Chassis definitely needs some work, as you can see. What about... Well, we've done the suspension already. We've done the underfloor already. And we can't do the front wing yet because we don't have enough money. So it's a chassis then. Let's get an intense chassis up and running. So the DRS delta is poor. And I think the airflow was bad, wasn't it, as well? Our engine cooling is also really bad. We'll go with that, and we'll strip some weight out of the chassis. We won't strip it all out, but we will go with that. There we go. So we'll get some nice little gains. We'll get that going as an intense build there. That leaves us with 1.4 mil, just under. Not enough to do anything facility-wise, other than maybe give the boardroom a quick spruce. You know what? Why not? It's only 130k. So let's have a look. Anything else to deal with in the inbox? No. We are 12 days away from Melbourne. Let's advance time a day to the start of a new week. Staff survey results. George, unhappy with car performance. He's the only one. Can't blame the machinery, George. We've moved on to a new week and still can't sign Antonelli. Okay, that's frustrating. Let's see, in the F2 results, no podium for Antonelli. Is he still in F2, actually? I don't think he is he? No, he's not. He's not in F2 anymore. So let's take a look at F3. There was no F3 race. The next F3 will be in Melbourne. Yeah, F3. Next race will be Melbourne. So we'll have to wait for that. It's advanced time another week. We'll get our facility refurb complete. The board wants to come to the next Grand Prix. Sure. Why not? Okay, and speaking of the board, we've just given them a nice shiny new boardroom. Aurelien Pallier goes up by an extra point to 89 overall now. Let's check in with the board. Still a little grumbly, miserable about the finances, but that's fine. It's not that bad. Objectives as obviously carried over from last year. They're delighted with that. Delighted with the race performance. They now have reduced confidence loss for the next race as well, hopefully. There you can see we are on target for our season and long-term objective, because they are both one and the same, which is to finish top of the constructors. Back up to 1.45 mil. It's been a week. Will Kimi be available to sign? No, he will not. I wish I hadn't put the cost to terminate in now, because I would have just, terminated his contract and then maybe offered him a new one straight away to replace George. But I didn't want anyone else poaching him from me. can at least fit the underfloor to George's car now. So, we're still on the original front wing, still on the original chassis, but the new one's in design at the moment. Side pods, that's still going through development at the moment. The underfloor can now be fitted to both cars. There we go. And they are both running the new suspension as well. So, only 3 parts on the car so far. We've got 2 more in development, and then we will get a new front wing done last, given that we do still currently have the best front wing on the grid, or at least we did. Has that changed as we arrive at Melbourne? Let's have a look. Has anyone improved? Yes, they have. Look, we are no longer holding the best front wing, but it's still, actually, probably on paper, is still probably the best front wing. Still very, very good. So let's take a quick look at Ferrari's staff situation before we disappear, because have they had to let everyone else go as well? Well, they still have Enrico Cardley. He has 2 years left on his contract. Okay, what about the head of Aero? They still have Tondi. He has 2 years left on his contract as well. Race engineers, they still have Bono and Will Joseph. 9 months left for Joseph, 2 years left for Bono. What about their sporting director? They still have Diego Ivorno or Iverno. Big buyout fee on his contract as well. Look, 15 mil. Jonathan Wheatley at Haas. No wonder Haas's pit crew have been improving recently. So, staffing-wise, they haven't been affected. But have they signed any reserves yet? Let's go back to the top and have another proper look. So, there's the 2 Ferrari drivers. And it looks like the answer is no. They have not yet signed any affiliates. So, yeah, money's a problem for them. They still don't have any affiliates. Right, I think that's all we can do. It is. That's everything we can get done so far. So, that is it for tonight. There are the current standings. We are sitting very, very pretty at the moment with both team and drivers. Another good result for us tonight. Not quite as comfortable as I would have liked in the end, but we still got the job done and maximised Oscar's point start to defend his title, maximised our start to defend our constructors' title as well. And this is probably our final season with Brabham. If we are able to win the opening 2 races with 1-2s, this season will probably be pretty straightforward for us. So the question then becomes, do we end the series outright? Do we go to Ferrari next year and rebrand, sell this team to GM and welcome Cadillac onto the grid for the 2028 season? That might be something that we do. I'll have to have a look at that and have a think about that as well. This save is starting to get a few errors creeping into it with visual glitches and all sorts. So we'll see if it holds up. But, who knows? Right, that is it for me. Thanks for spending Christmas Eve with me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed the race. If you have, please drop a like on the stream. If you are not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Links to my other channel, my PC only channel, which will be getting content in the next couple of days, will be available on that links section on my channel as well. So you can find that one there. Please do go ahead subscribe to that as well. And also Twitch. You can find a link to my Twitch profile. I will be streaming randomly at some point tomorrow, maybe even later this evening as well, doing some ETS Christmas deliveries. So if you're feeling a little festive, or if you're a little bit bored on Christmas, then on Christmas Day, then do feel free to pop by and keep me company for a little while. I hope you have a good Christmas, or whatever version of Christmas you celebrate, depending on your religious beliefs. And I will see you all on Boxing Day on the 26th at the usual time of 8 p.m. for round 3 when we go to Australia. Until then, that's it from me. Have a good Christmas. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.